Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. So today I want to talk to you guys about how exactly I increased my bench press. I added like 40 pounds to my bench press basically. I didn't max out like 3 months ago. I basically posted on July 16th. I posted a video on my Instagram where I'm benching 185 and I basically failed at the third rep. So just for the purpose of the video, we're just gonna say like my max was like 205. And if you saw my last YouTube video, you'll know that my new max is 245. That was just from like July to like October. So I got a couple of DMs like asking me like what I did to increase my bench press like that much. So I decided to make a YouTube video on it, and that's basically what I'm gonna do. But before that, I'm just gonna throw in some clips of me benching basically from like 2 days ago, and then I'll explain like what I did like right after that. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed those clips. So yeah, let's just get into it. So the first things first, like getting your form down. That's the main thing. So if you guys see my old video of me doing that 185, my form was way different than what I'm doing now. Like I have a much better arc. I'm much more stable. So what you have to understand is like you have to study the form of the bench press. Know exactly what you're supposed to be doing to be able to lift as much weight as you possibly can, the safest and like most efficient way possible. So you have to realize that you're not training a certain muscle group. So like it's not based on how strong your chest is, but it's really about using your entire body. Like when you're bench pressing, like you should be using your quads, your glutes, your lats. Like I know that stuff sounds like, if you don't know anything about like powerlifting or anything, it might sound a little bit like surprising, but like yeah, you should be using all those muscle groups when you're bench pressing. So study the form. Also, what I recommend is like study people who have similar leverages to you. So like similar height, arm length, torso length. So it's more easier to understand and kind of see like a visual like of how it should look, and then maybe like record your form and see like what you can fix and stuff like that. That really helped me out. And just changing your form alone literally will make a huge difference. Like you won't even have to do anything else. You'll just be way more stable while performing the lift. So like perfect your technique basically. All right, so number 2, I want to go over like how I went about like my programming. So I was benching three times a week, non-consecutive days. So like Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And I would have 4-week blocks basically. Okay. So on Mondays, I would have my high rep range. So I'd go from 7 to 9 reps. On Wednesdays, I would have from 5 to 7 reps. And on Fridays, I would have from 3 to 5 reps, which is my heaviest day. And for the sets, I'll just keep them 3 to 4 sets, nothing less or nothing more, just 3 to 4 sets. And on Fridays, let's say, for example, you have a 3x3, right? So what I would do is I would do a 2x3, and then on a last set I would have an AMRAP. So every Friday I would have an AMRAP just to kind of test where my strength is at. And then based on that, I would like plug those numbers into a 1 rep max calculator and basically adjust like how much weight I'll be lifting the next week. So like how much I should increase the weight and if I should increase it or if I shouldn't. Every week, the way I would go about it is I would either add a rep to each set or I would add an extra set. Like if it was 3 sets, I would do 4 sets. Or I would increase the weight by like 5 pounds. Yeah, so the 4th week would be a deload week. So on Fridays, just for that deload week, I'd have an AMRAP day for all 3 lifts, so squat, bench, and deadlift. I'll just go in, warm up, and go work up to 1 weight, and then just do an AMRAP on that weight, just to test where my strength is at after that month, after those 4 weeks. That was a good indication for me to see how fast I was progressing and also like how I should like increase the weight. Step 3 is pretty simple. It's just stay in a slight calorie surplus. So take your maintenance, add 300 to 500 calories to that. I find that like you can gain strength in a deficit, of course, but it's just not as optimal for gaining strength. So just stay in a slight surplus and make sure you're getting enough carbs. Like eat enough carbs for sure, and protein obviously, and then fats in my diet were just like naturally occurring. I'll just have some like nuts, avocados, like healthy fats like that. I wasn't like tracking anything. So yeah, that would be number 3, slight calorie surplus. Number 4, I would just say like try supplementing with creatine. Creatine is gonna help with those like powerful movements, like create more energy in your muscles. Yeah, you can do more research about it on your own, but it's definitely gonna, it's 100% safe, and it's definitely gonna help out like with those like powerful like short bursts like movements. Yeah, so try creatine out. And number 5 would just be like make sure you're getting enough rest, especially when you're doing this much frequency. Like if you've never benched like 3 times a week before, make sure you're getting enough rest. It's going to be a lot of stress on your joints and all that stuff. So you want to make sure if you need to take a nap, in the middle of the day, make sure you're taking a nap in the middle of the day. That's what I was doing. Like I've never done like powerlifting or anything like that before. This is my first time. I basically just used to do like hypertrophy stuff. You guys probably know that. So yeah, just make sure you're getting enough rest. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys find it helpful. I tried to put as much value as I could into this video. Tried to make it as simple as I possibly could. But yeah, if you guys did find it helpful, like the video, subscribe to this channel. I appreciate all the support. And thank you again for watching. Peace.